The relationship between Black Lives Matter and Vice President Kamala Harris has hit a snag recently. The debate cuts to the heart of weak values within the Democratic Party. The party aligns itself in such a way as to maximize votes of minority groups, whether that be by race, gender, or orientation. Black Lives Matter, advocating for racial justice and police reform, is criticizing the Democratic Party for what they see as hypocrisy in appointing Kamala Harris as the presidential candidate without a formal primary process. Bypassing a primary election, the party fails to represent the voices of Black voters, who have formed a crucial role in the party's base since its failure to crush civil rights reforms in the 1960s. Her supporters argue that her role as the first Black woman to hold the office of vice president is profound. This, of course, has nothing to do with her leadership, abilities, or how she well might function as president of the United States. It is purely identity politics and the path to political power. The Democratic Party found it necessary in the mid-1960s to distance itself from a history of advocating for a slave trade and then later its push for segregation. The only way to distance itself from its abhorrent history was to become in direct opposition to its prior policies. This is where the idea of a big flip or switch comes into dialogue. In effect, they paint a 180-degree turn in opposition to the only other viable party. As the Republican Party was founded on equality and the liberation of the slaves, the Democratic Party could only present opposition by embracing the very groups that it had scapegoated for the entirety of its existence. If they did not, the party would have died. The Democrats were forced into this rebranding. However, the opposition to race equality is still just racism, and this is why the Democrats seek to prejudice against light-skinned people today. In other words, the big switch never happened. The Dems just used the change in favorability from light to dark as evidence that it did. While in reality, the Democratic Party simply traded a darker-skinned scapegoat for a lighter-skinned one. It has ever since only ever been about image, power, and votes for that party. So I implore you all, stand up and take back your country as brothers and sisters, no matter the color of our skin. Thank you.